Alright guys, welcome back to another video. It's your man Jay Will. So I've been using the LeeCo LeeCo 3 for some time now, and it's time to give you my first impressions. Not so much after the hype yet, but I've been using it for a while, and you know, I wanted to tell you about it. Now ignore my little tab here for my screen protector. There's a screen protector on here, but this matte is so nice. I just left it on. You know, I prefer matte screen protectors. You can't even really tell the difference. It just says power and volume right there. Ever since I had it, I just left it on there because I ordered some matte screen protectors, and I also ordered some tempered glass and other cases and stuff, and they'll be here soon. But ignore my little thing if you noticed it there. It was intentional. So this phone is really good. It does have its shortcomings, and I think it's just one. And as you can see here, I'm not running the stock launcher. I didn't get this phone to run the stock launcher. I know it comes with like free TV services and all that stuff, but I got this solely for hardware, and that's about it as far as the purchase goes. I didn't buy it for the software at all. This phone cost me $299, and let me read some of the specs to you here. This is pretty impressive, and you know, it's kind of a discussion video at the same time, kind of hands-on in my experience. So it's got a 5.5-inch 1080p display, a 16 megapixel camera on the back, and we'll take a look at that in this video as well. It's packing 4 gigs of RAM, Snapdragon 821, and a 4070 milliamp hour battery. Pretty impressive, right? It's unlocked to all GSM carriers in the US. And it's got LTE. As you can see, I've got HD calling right out of the box. It has Wi-Fi calling. The dimensions on here are pretty nice. It's 7.5 millimeters in thickness, and this, I wasn't a fan of only having the option to buy gold. I wanted the silver, but you know, after having it in hand, it's actually pretty nice. I'm not mad at it. I really like this fingerprint button reader right here. It's like a mirror effect. It's really sweet. The camera hump is not much at all. It's pretty good. Not too big in the hand either. It's very easy to hold. This display though, and remember it's a matte screen protector on here from the factory, so it's a 5.5-inch IPS LCD capacitive display. So it's pretty good. It's you know, it's going to get the job done, I can tell, and it's 1080p. This is running 6.0.1. It has a Adreno 530 in it, 64 gigs on board with 4 gigs of RAM. It's pretty impressive. No SD card slot. The front is an 8 megapixel camera, and we'll take a look at that as well. It's f2.2 aperture. And the rear, if I didn't mention, is 2.0 with phase detection, autofocus, and it has a dual LED tone flash right there. It's pretty impressive specs for $300. Dolby Atmos sound. It's got dual speakers. The earpiece doubles as a speaker. And then this bottom one right here is a speaker, and that's a microphone. As you can see, it has USB Type-C there. It has 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi, Type-C 1.0 reversible, so you know, it's pretty good. I mean, this is a high quality. I've got to compare this against my Axon 7. You know, it's a must. Like, why wouldn't I? You know, and I'll have that video later. But what I will tell you is that, you know, this is kind of, it's kind of one of those phones that you say, why would a person not buy it? Now regular price on this phone is actually $399, which is the same as the Axon 7. But they keep doing these flash sales, and they're charging only $299 for it. So it's kind of a good deal, guys. It's even got a Snapdragon 821 in it, which is the latest processor. 4 gigs of RAM. I mean, we're talking about specs that are in my Pixel. That's kind of sad. The Pixel is twice this phone's cost. So again, this is not the regular UI. There are plenty of other videos out there that'll show you the UI. I'll show you the UI in my full review later on, after using this for a few weeks. Yeah, this phone is actually pretty sweet. If you can get past this one ugly learning curve, well, I guess there's two things in here that I don't like. Is this, I have to access there's no swipe down. It's the bottom left key. You can actually change it to the bottom right key, but that would be kind of stupid because it stays highlighted with a back key. Why they did that, I have no clue. But no phone is flawless. No phone is flawless, so we have to remember that. But overall, my experiences with this phone, I had every intentions before I bought it to put Pixel Launcher on it, and this is the way I've been using it. I haven't even touched their UI. The first thing I did when I first got this a while back, I signed into my Google Plus, or my Google and everything. I even went through the setup and everything. Opened up the browser, downloaded the Google Pixel APK and the wallpaper, and I changed it to this. And this is the way it's been getting used. I have not used it any other way. And I wanted to put my I have the same wallpaper on all my phones with the Pixel Launcher. I hadn't done it yet for this video, but I wanted to change it here. I love this wallpaper. I think it's one of the nicest wallpapers that's in the Pixel Launcher. And it's kind of weird. It's in different places throughout all the phones. It's super strange. Now remember, I decided to leave this matte film on here until, just to recap for people that don't watch the videos and say, what is that? Adrian. Anyway, there it is, man. Even with this matte protector on here, it's actually pretty good. So let's brighten it all the way up here and show you just how nice it really is. It's a super bright display. And I know if I peel off this matte screen protector that they have on here and reveal the clear screen protector, it's going to be even better. But I want to leave it as is. So with that being said, how's the performance? Well, this is a Snapdragon 821. It really is. It kind of outperforms with this Pixel Launcher. It's like having a Pixel with just a few quirks. You know, my menu is down here now. My quick settings is down here. This isn't really bad. It's just a learning curve. You swipe from the top, you're like, what happened? You know, most of us do that. So overall, really, like I said, I bought this for hardware. This was $299, man. And did I read off the specs already? I think I did. Fingerprint reader, it's not the fastest, but it works. Yeah, but so what if it's not the fastest? It works. And I'll show you the camera in a little bit. But man, I gotta tell you, this is a really nice product. I don't know why a person would not buy this, and I don't know why certain other bloggers that, you know, do cell phones are not telling you to buy this. You know, it's kind of weird. This is unlocked. You know, when you talk about software updates, we don't know what the company's going to do with the software updates. We don't know. But most of us just do launchers and things like that, and, you know, to change the look of the phone. Now, performance, we do want the latest if we're going to continue to get performance. But this is a Snapdragon 821 in here, so I'm thinking this company will not fail us and leave out 7.0. I'm not even like searching the internet trying to find out when it's going to hit. I'm just enjoying the now, man. I didn't buy this again for their software, all that free LeeCo stuff. I got it because this hardware is killer and it's on point with current devices. Now, in terms of the speakers, I told you that it had dual speakers. This is a speaker and this is a speaker. Now, while it does have dual speakers, it is nowhere near as loud as what you would think. It's actually lower than some phones with single firing speakers. So here we go. Let's take a look here. Take a listen. LTE has been pretty good with this phone. I do find that running certain, like the YouTube app, takes a while to start my music up, even though it's on LTE. I don't know what that's about. You know, in my other phones, it works good. Oh, there I go swiping down. It works good with LTE, and I can just start up YouTube and be done with it. Let's turn on Wi-Fi. Maybe that'll help. That's peak volume. You know, let me give you an example here. It's not touching anything anytime soon. Yeah, it's just not happening. So, you know, while they did try to give us some dual speakers, it's cool, man. It's like, it's that iPhone setup, you know, but the iPhone setup is way louder than this. So even the iPhone 7 is louder than this phone. So, you know, that's one of those things. So go into that knowing, yeah, I'm getting some stereo sound, but it is definitely not. And that's what the Atmos, the Adobe. So it's, you know, it's okay. Let's go into the settings and show you the menu here. This is what their menu looks like. And, you know, it's pretty simple. There's a lot of stuff in here. I've actually gone through everything. After having this for a while, I've gone through everything. And, you know, it's just a skin basically over Android, and they've got their own little thing with it. Here's my usage with all my apps stored in. I've got 50 gigs available, which is why, you know, I don't mind buying phones that have no SD card slot. I don't really care about that. But overall, man, you know, like I said, I bought this for the performance, and the performance has been good. I haven't had any issues with it. Now, the border of the display, some people have been complaining about that. Like they feel like they're not getting their full 5.5 inches, even though it has off-screen buttons here. Hey, listen, I'm with you. I don't know why they didn't stretch it all the way out, but they have their own reasoning. So that's just one of those things. Sometimes we have to deal with certain things with OEMs, and, you know, we can question all day, but they're not going to rebuild a phone just for me, you know. But what do you guys think about this hardware? Pretty sweet, right? So let's take a look at the camera footage, and we'll show you how the camera does. Come back for more on this phone. I'll definitely have some comparisons probably, and, you know, just a review of this phone overall. But I'm going to go ahead and show you the camera in this video. I don't want to do a separate video for camera footage, so let's go. All right, guys, here we are with a video. This is 1080p. It doesn't have 60 frames per second, but it does shoot in 4K. But, you know, I didn't want to do any 4K right now. I'll do that in a separate video probably. But there you have it. Do my normal spill. Hopefully my plants are not too dead, which they are. Wow, these things are dying. They're dead. I need to water them. Whoa, it's been raining though, so I don't know what the deal is. Let's check some zoom here. That's all the zoom you get. Zoom's pretty fast, so. Quality's good. I mean, it's not. Quality is very good. I mean, I'm not gonna hate on this phone, man. It's actually really good. I like that when I'm recording a video on this phone, it shows me how big the file is to the top left. Now, you guys can't see that, but if you get this phone, you can see how much memory you're using with this phone when you're doing a recording. So let's switch to the front camera, and then I'll give you some still shots. All right, guys, so here's the front camera. I think the camera is doing actually really, really well. So an audio on here should be pretty good. I think this is a good buy, man. I don't know why. I really can't tell a person not to buy it because of the skin. Because like I've done, I just put Pixel Launcher on here, but it doesn't take away the fact that I have to hit that bottom button. So the only way to get rid of that is to root it and put an official ROM on here, a stock ROM, and I'm not doing that. $300 well spent. Front camera sample. Let's go. This young Leroy.